After the design of HL, playing with jumping hour and retrograde minutes, we wanted to play in 3 dimensions. So we have built a new movement, totally from scratch here, with the wheels, with the balance wheel, to reinvent a new way to display the time, as this is the Hautlence field. The design innovation was a technical idea, to make a link, a visible link between the chain, the jumping hour chain, and the escapement. So we wanted to have a bridge, a rotating bridge, on the axis to show the motion of the heart of the watch. We wanted to show that, to display that, to have a real separation between the energy of the movement and the energy of the complication. The complication is to make the jumping hour of the chain, but for that we need to separate all the energies. And at the end we have linked the escapement to the axis of the chain, so we can see the escapement rotating every hour. The function of making a rotation of the escapement is to have a kind of statistic effect of a tourbillon, because technically speaking it's not a tourbillon, of course, it's more a jumping carousel. That means if you don't wear your watch will still move, which is more funny than technically a big challenge, but the challenge was to make move with no loss of energy. And this is why we have built a dedicated barrel for the complication and a separated movement with a speed limitator, with dedicated wheels regulation, with many components that you can see on the movement, which is made of 552 components. To make it real and to make it possible to wear on the wrist, because such a complicated watch should be really big, we wanted to have something ergonomic. So we wanted to have something curved, but still playing with the DNA of Hautlence, having a real window on the display. So that's why the sapphire is a huge sapphire. The case is made by the sapphire. So we were facing a really big challenge to make a case which is smallest as possible and a sapphire which is most open as possible. So that's why we have built a one-shape sapphire on the top, a one-shape sapphire on the back. And this is really a huge nightmare to supply that kind of pieces. To give you an idea, we need to kill 6 pieces to save 1, because it's really difficult. Most of the pieces are exploding during the production level. So it's quite difficult and a big challenge. But at the end, the result is you can see the watch on your wrist as if you were just wearing a motor on your wrist, which is the goal we wanted to have. We have decided to produce 28 pieces in white gold and 28 pieces in pink gold in the other side. For sure, we are already thinking to have a more sportive design with a titanium case for another limited edition. For another also target of customers who want to have something more easy to wear.